and welcome to your April 2018 general reading. And happy birthday, Aries, to all yous watching who are moving into your solar return. And I am laughing because I got you an additional guidance card and you pulled the sun card. Okay, so you pulled your, the sun shining down on you. It's your month. It's your month to to shine, to celebrate, and it's the astrological new year. Okay, this time of rebirth, new potentials, new life, and new growth. And I'm just looking at your supportive energy, the Nine of Cups, very much that sun energy, that definitely that energy about getting what you want and emotional happiness. So you enter the month of April with the Six of Cups and the King of Wands, so full of vitality and that beautiful passionate life force, Aries. Okay, really into the Wands cards at the moment. I'm sure I'm mirroring something going on astrologically. The Six of Cups is a card of reconciliation traditionally. Okay, we can work deeper and deeper with a card to get it to the point. It's reconciliation with your own happiness, with your own joy, and celebrating life, being very sort of emotionally joyful. It's with the King of Wands, so some of you might be reconciling with this king. Okay, there's no way around it here because he's staring right at that Six of Cups in a very King of Wands way. So a King of Wands way is, quite lustful. Okay, lust isn't a negative, it's just passion. Or some Aries, this is you. Maybe you've gone back to a childhood home, you've reconnected with someone with your past with this Six of Cups. But there's definitely a sense of energy and joy and lightness around your energy, Aries. Now what you most want is the Devil card. So this might represent, I've got quite a few meanings coming through, okay? So what you most want, it might be a Capricorn, by the way. So there's a Capricorn that you're really drawn to. It doesn't have to be sun sign, it can be ascendant. Tends to be the moon or the ascendant in astrology, which attracts couples, by the way, and the north and south node. But the Devil card is what you most want. So this is not a person. What you most want is, it can be you most want some obstacles to be lifted out your way. Okay, you want your path to become less full of stop signs, because sometimes the Devil, not always, as you know, cards have got multiple meanings. They're all circumstance dependent, but it's funny, recently the devil to me is that feeling of delays. Okay, so maybe some delays, some obstacles in your path, and can be quite frustrating. So what you most want is this to end. Okay, because don't forget, the Devil is lived, spelt backwards. Okay, so sometimes what it represents is the life force, that lived energy, feeling a bit stuck. There can also be a bit of imbalance going on, Aries, so only you looking at the reading really know what it means. Sometimes the Devil can represent something that's out of balance, and you want this six, you want this balance to be restored in a situation. You want to throw off the Devil basically and be a bit more freer. What's supporting you in doing this is the Nine of Cups. So the Nine of Cups is the heart chakra. It's the wish fulfilling card. It's an energy of emotional prosperity. My one warning, Aries, with these two cards together is be careful of any excess. I know it's your birthday month, I know it's a month to celebrate, but both these cards together can point to a little bit of overdoing it. with the partying, the drinking, whatever it is you're doing. So be quite careful of it, because we pay. You know, we pay eventually for our excesses. If not, this is just about emotional joy, emotional prosperity, sharing what you have with other people, because he's filled all these cups up for others to come and share. Definitely a month of celebration and joy. Just be careful of this excess energy or the feeling that your way's been blocked, okay, that sort of thing. So your challenge is this King of Swords. I'm sorry. And so I don't mean to laugh. He's just looking at this 9 and a little bit of not that happy. So look, I adore the King of Swords, by the way. But look, I'm looking at this 9. He's a little bit, this King of Swords, especially the way he's looking, he doesn't look that he's overly happy with the amount of joy and happiness. So this king might be coming across in a way who's quite cold, quite cut off. Now, I absolutely adore this king, so don't get me wrong, but he's your challenge, and I really don't like the way he's looking at that 9. It's almost that you're in this really light, joyful, wanting to celebrate mood, and either this is someone else who would be traditionally an air sign, but not necessarily. Just maybe someone who's not in the best. He's not in the same place as you. He doesn't really want this 9 of Cups. Maybe he's grieving something. Maybe he's in a little bit more of a colder place. We can't judge Aries. You know, we're at where we're at. But he's really disapproving of this 9 of Cups. Okay? Or maybe it's a part of you as well. You know, remember the devil is lived backwards. We're always having to work with this play of opposites between celebration, working hard. There's a time for everything, Aries, and doing everything in its right time is, that is a healthy life. But I think you're going to have to work with these energies a little bit between play, excess, and getting the balance right. But there's definitely someone who's not really happy here. In your relationship house, you've got the beautiful Judgment card. This is the Rebirth card. Sometimes this represents something coming back from the dead. So you think all is lost, yeah? And suddenly you turn around and that seed has grown into a beautiful bush. That's what the Judgment card is. It's a karmic cleanse card, which means something's been worked through. And this is the new beginning. This is a thank you for all I've received. And sometimes it comes when we least expect it. We've sort of turned our back a little bit, focusing on other things, and this seed in this relationship has taken on a new form and a new life. I'll be doing my relationship readings. They should be out next weekend, so look out for them. Money and work, you've got the Hanged Man. Basically, letting go of control here, Aries. I don't know what's going on. But at a soul level, you've got the Moon card. So both of these cards are about the deep, deep mystery of life, okay? So don't fear that, Aries, because everything is born from that mystery, okay? Sometimes a lot of us like to live, you know, I mean, most of us like our life organised. We like to know what's coming next, but everything, all new potentials and all new growth take place in the dark, and then suddenly they grow and new opportunities and new potentials come. That's what's going on, not only in money, but at the level of your soul. It's like you're connected with some powerful, powerful, deep energy, Aries, and I love it. But what's interesting is what's going on at money and work is exactly what I've said has transformed in your relationship house. This is that seed growing into a garden, and it's almost, you turned your back and it's happened, and it's almost saying around work and around your deep inner life, there's a similar process. And maybe what you need to do around this area is try and stand back a little bit, okay, and allow this to turn around, because it's not challenging cards. They're a bit of, they represent the unknown, but everything is created in the unknown, in the dark. And tarot is a self-development tool. Is we drop the seeds into the dark and then we let them grow. Your outcome is a 9 of discs, which is a self-sufficiency card. If it's money you're worried about, don't tend to worry. The 9 of discs is having enough. Okay, she is the what I call the enough an air, having plenty, having enough. Okay, she's not quite the 10, but she's a 9, so she's pretty high up, basically. And then your own cards appeared. The Emperor, I am and I will. That focused Aries energy. I think you've got a really interesting reading here. I love what's going on around relationships. There's something being birthed here, and we birth in the dark. So do not resist this process, because I like it. Because then next month, the planets will go into your second house, which is about earned income, and that's when this growth will take place. Intriguing around here. I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh at this King of Swords disapproving of this 9, but there's definitely a little bit of energy here of having to work with these two, and the 9 of Cups being your protector energy. Just be careful of excess, okay? Love your reading, Aries, and I'll be back next week. Loads of love. Bye.